Black girl magic is real and powerful. And the weaponization of black girl magic almost killed me. My name is Monique King-Viehland, and I'm a consultant, a coach, a speaker, and a disruptor. My work centers Black and BIPOC women and focuses on transformation, our transformation and the transformation of the spaces that we operate in. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to tell you about how although black girl magic is real and powerful, when weaponized, black girl magic hurts black women's minds, hearts, and bodies. There are a few moments in my life that I remember with an acute level of detail. Memories that are so real and imprinted that I could feel them in my body. The day I got married on the beach in Ocho Rios. The day I went into labor with my first child. And the day that I almost died. It was June 2017, and I took an Uber to the hospital in the early morning hours. It was classic California weather, but I remember thinking how weirdly dark it was outside. I had been in pain for almost a week. It was rippling across my chest and down into my lower back. I took an Uber because I didn't want my husband to have to wake my kids to take me to the hospital. I had a double pulmonary embolism. Blood clots the size of small oranges on each of my lungs, and a third clot in my left leg. The doctor said that the clot had probably broken apart in my leg and traveled up my body to my chest, and that I was lucky that it didn't continue to my brain and cause an aneurysm. I truly could have died. I was in the hospital for about a week with a combination of different blood thinners being pumped into my veins to dissipate the clots. I was scared, I was pissed, and I was sad. I called my boss at the time to tell him what was going on, and I heard him over the phone. "Oh, thank you for letting me know. And of course, I'm glad that you're okay. And I hate to remind you, but there are a couple big things on your desk that are going to still need to be handled." So I spent that week in the hospital, not in gratitude for my life, but on a laptop in the hospital room, trying to get things done. I'm ashamed now to admit to you all that I was more worried about what my boss and other people would think about me for not doing my job, about my team, and about my clients. Real talk, I was worried about my reputation. I'm embarrassed to admit that I was more worried about all of that than I was what my husband and my kids would have done if I had died. Fast forward 16 months later, I would learn that the double pulmonary embolism and the third clot in my leg was caused by a mutation in my blood, and I would be diagnosed with blood cancer. And even after my diagnosis, it was hard for me to admit to myself that I had become accustomed to operating at my own expense. A December 2022 study from the University of Maryland found that Black women were at a higher risk of health issues, including chronic stress, depression, anxiety, stroke, and heart disease, because of a lifetime of trying to be a superwoman and shaking off the stress of racial and gender discrimination. A lifetime. I almost died. or more accurately, the weaponization of black girl magic nearly killed me. Now let me take a step back. I am black girl magic, all the way, okay? I was and remain proud to say that, to walk that, to live that. Is there anyone else in here that is black girl magic? If you're black girl magic, can I get a hey? Hey! Yes. Yes, yes, yes. For those who may not know, Black Girl Magic is a cultural and social movement that celebrates the achievements, the resilience, and the power of Black women and girls. It recognizes and affirms our unique experiences, our identities, and our contributions to the various sectors, professions, movements, and communities. The term Black Girl Magic emerged as a phrase to promote self-love, self-confidence, and empowerment. Black Girl Magic is a celebration of how Black women have shaped the history of this country. Rosa Parks, Fannie Lou Hamer, Katherine Johnson, Toni Morrison, Maya Angelou, Serena Williams, Beyonce, Lizzo, Vice President Kamala Harris, and Donna Marie King, to name just a few. Donna Marie, by the way, was my mother. And all of you, every Black woman in this room. These are just a few of the Black women who have shaped us and our world. They made it possible for me to be standing here right now today, and for many of us to be sitting in the seats and the spaces that we currently occupy. If it wasn't for them, we would not be. Black women are at the forefront of social justice movements, advocating for civil rights, gender equality, and racial justice. We face significant challenges and systemic inequalities, yet we persist, excel, survive, and thrive. But at what cost? Though we are magical, we are not literal superheroes who can continue to lead the field and this movement or this work at our own expense. Kyra Kyle said it best in a recent article on the Glass Cliff. It's because Black women are powerful. We are known as strong. We are given all sorts of superhuman qualities, but none of the superhuman support that should come with that. This has got to stop. We cannot and should not literally be killing ourselves, working from hospital beds and ignoring glaring signs from our bodies that something is wrong. We are not immortal, and we can both be magical and still be wounded and still die. And that became very clear to me in the weeks and months following my diagnosis and the death of my mother. Yes, Black girl magic is real and powerful, but when exploited, the weaponization of Black girl magic can kill us. And I'm here to tell you that white supremacy culture can and has weaponized Black girl magic. I'm here to tell you that the patriarch can and has weaponized Black girl magic. Weaponizing Black girl magic is putting unrealistic expectations on Black women. Weaponizing Black girl magic is leveraging my labor while not adequately paying me. Weaponizing Black girl magic is tokenizing us and deflecting attention from broader issues of racial and gender inequality. Yes, Black girl magic is real. We are absolutely magic. And it is important for the organizations who profess to support Black women and Black people, the organizations who leverage our labor and benefit from our leadership, to approach it with a nuanced perspective and avoid an over-reliance on it and us. If you are running an organization that professes to be about the work of housing justice and ending homelessness, ask yourselves, are you doing enough to amplify, not weaponize, Black girl magic? If not, your allyship and your DEI is performative at best. And performative allyship is dangerous because it is often the mechanism that allows for the weaponization of Black girl magic. In the wake of George Floyd's murder, many companies made a commitment to DEI strategies. Many Black women were promoted into high-profile roles, and a record-setting $300 million plus was donated to social justice and racial equity causes. And yet, if I ask Black women in your organizations right now, my sister, do you feel seen? Do you feel heard? I bet they would say no. Hiring us, flaunting us at conferences, in brochures, and at fundraisers, or giving us fancy new titles does not an inclusive, diverse, and equitable culture make. Organizations, especially those in this movement, professing to be about the work of justice, are you centering and recognizing Black women and the challenges we face as leaders within your organization? Are you fostering really inclusive and equitable environments, i.e. DEI is the minimum, but dismantling oppressive systems and addressing anti-Blackness is the North Star? Yes. Are you thinking and acting intentionally about the roles, seats, and tables that you are asking Black women to occupy and providing them with the support and resources they need to thrive? Are you encouraging Black women to stop operating at our own expense and normalizing self-care and wellness? Yes, Black girl magic is real and powerful. But when exploited, the weaponization of Black girl magic can kill us. Organizations that profess to be about the business of housing justice and racial equity can and have weaponized Black girl magic. These organizations must recognize that, yes, Black women are magic. And Black girl magic still requires that you see Black women, acknowledge structural racism, not just externally, but internally, and act with intention to support, resource, and equip Black women. That's how we move towards amplifying, not weaponizing, Black girl magic. For all the Black women in this room, you are seen, you are loved, and I recognize that you are both superhuman and human. And I encourage you to take off that cape, especially if it is choking you. And for the organizations in the field and the movement, when you are ready to build truly inclusive environments that center Black and BIPOC women, support us, amplify our voices, and equip us, give me a call and let's get to work. Thank you.